Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, GTR Math Tutorial. So for today's video, we will solve area under a curve. So application of definite integral. So if the area is above and below the x-axis, so we have these formulas. So for the first one, we have the area is directly above the x-axis. So this is the x-axis. So this is the function y equals f of x, and we have the boundaries a to b. So the formula of this shaded area is equal to integral of y dx. So y is a function of x. Okay, so the area is integral of y dx from a to b. And if the area is directly below the x-axis, so this is the x-axis, this is the function y equals f of x, and the area is the shaded region is directly below the x-axis, and we have the boundaries a to b. So the formula for area is equal to negative integral of y dx from a to b. A is always to the left, and then b is the number to the right. Okay, so here are our examples. I have 3 examples, so try to answer first. Okay, so number 1, find the area under the curve y equals x squared from x equals 1 and x equals 3. Number 2, find the area bounded by the curve y equals 4 minus x squared and the x-axis. And number 3, find the area under the curve y equals x cubed from x equals negative 1 to x equals 2. Okay, so let's solve number 1. So find the area under the curve y equals x squared from x equals 1 and x equals 3. So first step is to draw. Let us draw first the function y equals x squared. So we need to draw so that we will know what formula to be used. If it is above, so the formula is positive integral of y dx. If it is below the x-axis, so we have negative y dx. So that's why we need to draw. So y equals x squared. So this is just a basic function. So if this is a graph of a parabola center at the origin. So when x equals 0, we have y is also 0. So when x equals 1, x equals 1, the value of y, 1 squared, is also 1. If x is negative 1, the value of y is also positive 1. If x equals positive 2, substitute to this. So y is equal to 2 squared, so that is equal to 4. When y is equal to negative 2, so substitute to this equation. So negative 2 squared, so that is positive 4. So therefore, this is the graph of the function y equals x squared. Okay? So trace lang natin by a smooth curve. So this is the graph of y equals x squared, but the boundary is x equals 1 and x equals 3. So this is the x equals 1 and x equals 3. When x equals 3, y is 3 squared, so that is 9. So we have here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So around here, and then 4, 3. So this is the graph of, so the area that we're looking for is this part. Above, so it is above the x-axis. Okay, so this is the graph. Yan. Okay, so this is the graph of the y equals x squared from x equals 1 and x equals 3. So this is the area that we want to find. Okay, so just use the formula. So the formula for the shaded area is equal to integral of y dx. Y dx, the value of y is x squared. So we have x squared dx from, what is the boundary? X equals 1 and x equals 3. So yung pinakamalayong point sa left ay x equals 1 and sa right naman is x equals 3. So therefore, the boundaries are 1 to 3. So just evaluate. So therefore, the area is equal to, so we use a direct formula, integral of u to the n du. So we just add 1 to the exponent. So therefore, we have x cubed over 3 from 1 to 3. So substitute the values. So we have, substitute 3. So we have 3 cubed. So we have 3 cubed over 3 minus, substitute 1 for every x. So we have 1 cubed over 3. So the area 3 cubed is equal to 3 cubed over 3. So we can subtract the exponent. 3 cube over, we have 1 here. So 3 cube over 3 to the 1. So just subtract the exponent. So we have 3 squared. Minus 1 cube, that is 1 over 3. So simplify, 3 cube is equal, 3 squared is equal to 9 minus 1/3. So final answer, so just use the butterfly, put over 1 and then cross multiply the denominator. So therefore the answer is 9 minus 3, or 9 times 3, we have 27 minus 1 over 1 times 3, we have 3. Final answer is 26 over 3 square units. Or in mixed number, the answer can be also, we have 9 minus 1/3. 9 can be written as 8 and 3/3 minus 1/3. So another answer in mixed number is 8 and 3/3 minus 1/3, 8 and 2/3 square units. Okay, so 8 and 2/3 or 26 over 3 square units. Okay, so if we estimate 8 and 2/3, so if we count the number of square units, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's around 8 and 2/3. So our answer is correct. Okay, so next number 2. Find the area bounded by the curve y equals 4 minus x squared and the x-axis. Okay, so x-axis and y equals 4 minus x squared. So we need to draw this, y equals 4 minus x squared. So the basic function is y equals negative x squared. So it's the same as the graph of y equals x squared, but it is, ang opening is downward because of the negative sign. But we have positive 4, so therefore, we just need to shift the graph of y equals negative x squared 4 units to the right. So this is the graph of basic function y equals negative x squared. So we have 0, 0, negative 1, negative 1, positive 1, negative 1, positive 2, negative 2, we have positive 4, positive 2, negative 4. So just shift that 4 units upward. So therefore, the graph of the function y equals 4 minus x squared will be, so these are the points. So we have at 4, 4 or 0, 4, we have this point, also this point, and then we have 2, 4, so this point and this point. So the approximate, ayan, graph of the function is this one. And we want to find the area bounded by the curve and the x-axis. So this is the graph that we want to find the area. Okay, so we want to find the area of this region. Okay, so this is the graph. Okay, so there are two solutions to answer this. So we can use from negative 2 to positive 2, or we can use 0 to 2, because as you can see, the graph is symmetric. Symmetric with respect to the y-axis. If we fold with respect to y-axis, the graph will coincide. So therefore, we can have two solutions for this. Area is equal to, we can use the negative 2 to positive 2 as the limits, negative 2 to positive 2, and then the curve is, in terms of y, 4 minus x squared dx. So we have 4 minus x squared dx. Or another way to solve this is, if we use the symmetric, so since the graph is symmetric with respect to y-axis, we can solve the area of 0 to 2 and then just multiply to 2. Since symmetric siya. Okay, so another is area is equal to 2 integral of 4 minus x squared dx from 0 to 2. So just multiply to 2. So it's up to you, what do you want to use? So for me, the easier way is the limit 0 to 2. So mas madali if we substitute 0 instead of negative 2 to positive 2. Anyway, we will arrive with the same answer. Okay, so just direct formula for this. So we have 2 times the integral of 4 dx, that is equal to 4x. Integral of negative x squared dx, so u to the n du, so that is negative x cubed over 3 from 0 to 2. Okay? Then substitute the limit. So we have 2 times 4 times the upper limit. So 4 times 2 minus 2, 2 cubed over 3. Okay? Minus, so we have 2 times, if we substitute 0, so we have 4 times 0 minus 0 cubed over 3. So that's why it's easier if we use 0 and then just multiply it by 2 because all these terms will become 0. Okay, so therefore the answer will be 2 times 4 times 2, that is equal to 8, minus 2 cubed, that is 8 over 3. So therefore we have 2 times 8 minus 8 over 3. So 8 over 3, that is equal to, in mixed number, this is 2 and 2/3. Okay, so that is 2 2/3. So therefore, we have 2 times 8 minus 2 2/3. So that will be equal to 8 minus 2, that is 6, but borrow 1. So we have 5 and 1/3. So therefore, the final answer is 2 times 5, we have 10, and 2 times 1/3, so we have 10 and 2/3 square units. Or if you want the answer to be in improper fraction, another answer will be 2 times 8 minus 8 over 3. So just cross multiply this. So cross multiply 8 times 3, that is equal to 24, minus 8 times 1, that is equal to 8, over 1 times 3, we have 3. So the answer will be 2 times 24 minus 8, 16 over 3. Final answer is 2 times 16. We have 32 over 3 square units. So when we change this to improper fraction, so 32 divided by 3, that is equal to 10, remainder 2, or 10 and 2/3 square units. Okay, so let's verify if the limits are -2 and -2 to +2, if we will get the same answer of 32 over 3. Okay, so let's change the limit. So let's erase this. So we have -2 to +2. So we will remove the 2 here. Okay, so remove the 2 here. So we have, let's just verify if we will arrive with the same answer if we use the -2 to +2. Let's see if which is easier way to solve. Okay, so minus, we have 4 times -2 minus x is -2, -2 cubed over 3. Okay, so we have 4 times 2, we have 8 minus 2 cubed. So that is equal to 2 cubed is 8 over 3 minus 4 times -2, that will be -8. And then negative 2 cubed, that is -8. But we have negative here, so that is positive 8. Okay, over 3. So simplify. So let's remove change the sign of this because of the negative sign. So we have 8 minus 8 over 3, negative of negative, that will be positive 8, and then minus 8 over 3. So what will be the answer? 8 plus 8, that is 16. Okay. So combine the whole numbers. So 16 minus, combine the negative 8 over 3 and another negative 8 over 3. So that is negative. Add the numerator, 16 over 3. So if we subtract that, or let's put over 1 and then cross multiply 16 times 3, that is equal to 16 times 3, 48, minus 16 over 3. Okay, so 48, 8 minus 6, we have 2, 4 minus 1, 3. So therefore, same answer, 32 over 3 square units, or if change to mixed number, that is 10 and 2/3 square units. Okay, so it's up to you what method do you want to use. Since the graph is symmetric, so we can use the interval 0 to 2 and multiply by 2, or we can use the interval -2 to +2. Okay, we will arrive with the same answer. Okay, so last number 3. Number 3, find the area under the curve y equals x cubed. Oops. Y equals x cubed from x equals -1 to x equals 2. Okay, so let's draw the graph first. Substitute the values -1 to 2. So when x equals 0, y is also 0. So this is the point. And then if x is -1, substitute -1 to x cubed. So we have x is -1, y is also -1. Okay? When x is +1, we have 1 cubed, so it's still 1. When x equals +2, the value of y will be 2 cubed, and that is equal to 8. Okay, so we have 7 here, so we have 8. And then another -2 to -8. And then connect the points. So more or less, so this is just the estimate of the graph. So in finding the area, so we don't need to draw the graph perfectly. We just want to know where the graph is, if it is below or above the x-axis. So the area that we want to find is x equals -1 to x equals 2. So when x equals -1, so this is the boundary, x equals -1 and x equals +2. Okay? So +2, -1 to +2, so 2, that is ayan, and the x-axis. So that's understood, it is below, above or below the x-axis. So this is the area that we want to find. So one is up below and the other one is above the x-axis. So therefore, we're going to have two formulas. One for above and one for below. So this is ito yung magandang graph. Okay, so this is the area 1 below the x-axis and the area 2 is above the x-axis. So we have two formulas. Okay, so let's solve for area 1. So we have integral of the area 1 is below. So therefore, we will use negative y dx, but y is x cubed. So we have x cubed dx from -1. So this is -1 up to this point. So that is 0. So -1 to 0. And then plus the area 2. The area 2 is equal to integral of that is area 2 is above the x-axis. So the limits are 0 to +2. So 0 to +2 and then y dx, the value of y is x cubed. So we have x cubed dx. So total area, so the total area is equal to negative integral of x cubed dx from -1 to 0, and then just add this plus integral from 0 to 2 of x cubed dx. Okay, so let's just evaluate the integral. So the integral is negative. We have x cubed. So use the u to the n du, u to the n du. So therefore, we have x to the 4 over 4 from -1 to 0. And then add. So for this one, so we have same integral, x to the 4 over 4 from 0 to +2. So just evaluate this. So therefore, we have negative sign here. So substitute the upper limit first. So we have 0. Okay, so we have 0. So substitute 0 to the 4th. 0 to the 4th over 4. Okay, and then minus, substitute -1. So we have -1 to the 4th over 4. Okay, and then plus. For this one, substitute 2. So we have 2 to the 4th power over 4 minus substitute 0. So we have 0 to the 4th over 4. Okay. So simplify. So 0 to the 4th over 0, this is 0. So we have -1 to the +4. So even number exponent, so this will become positive. Okay, so this will become +1 over 4. And then we have negative here and then another negative outside the bracket. So therefore, that will be +1/4. And then for this one, 2 to the 4th, 2 to the 4th will be 16. Okay, so 2 to the fourth is 16 and we divide that by 4. 16 divided by 4, that is equal to 4, and then we have 0 to the fourth. So this part is 0. So therefore we have 1/4 plus 4. Okay, so final answer, 1/4 plus 4, that is 4 and 1/4 square units. Or in improper fraction, the answer is equal to 1/4 plus 4 can be written as 16/4 to make it a similar fraction. So another answer will be 17/4 square units. Okay, so that's it. So I hope you learned something from this video. So thank you for watching and see you on my next video, area between two curves. So yung diniscuss natin, above or below the x-axis. So for the next video, we will discuss area between two curves. So again, thank you for watching. And if you have math question, just comment your question in this channel or in my FB group, or just DM me in Messenger, RJ Enseñado. Bye-bye and God bless.